Why did you click something?
I didn't click anything.
Yes, you did.
I just
audible click, and now I can't draw the silence thing from the thing, and then do all the programming things.
I didn't. I didn't mean to. If I did something,
so hard.
What did I do?
You clicked something.
Well, I didn't think that it was going to make a difference. I mean, I clicked something, and then I thought, like, I clicked open the actual comic we're going to read. This is
real simple. Inside baseball, folks. We're supposed to stay quiet. There we go. For 5 seconds.
Well, I thought I could click the button and open the comic quicker than it would pick up and record. I was wrong.
Are you the Flash?
Well, apparently not.
Well, anyway,
because
I was doing some great research today.
Yeah, what'd you find out?
Well, we're covering Covert Reconnaissance Infiltration Team. That's C.R.I.T.
Crit.
But no period after the T.
No period after the T.
Oh, no, there is a period after the T. Just not in the logo.
There's no period. Not in the logo.
Are you just repeating what I'm saying now?
I'm just repeating what you're saying.
This is amazing podcasting right here, folks. And
the best.
We skipped number 0 last week when we read number 1, and we're not going back to number 0.
I blame myself because I misread what the title was and thought it was actually just a description of the characters, which we are getting in issue number 1.
Yeah. Well, as a summary, that's basically what number 0 is a short origin story. But there was an important thing referenced in number 1 was their first mission where like Caliber killed someone.
For example, everything would have made sense from that point on in all their in jokes and everything else.
Yeah. Well, I did think it did make sense internally in issue 1 as a story. So I don't think we missed a couple of things for the audience out there, but not too much.
Okay. We're class act here at the Funny Book Forensics.
Well, we're a class act. I mean, we just gave the best introduction to a podcast in history as I stuttered for 15 seconds.
I mean, our one listener, I think, will thoroughly enjoy it. Maybe our other listener, they might have turned it off by now.
Did you invite John this week?
I did, but again, alas, no, he's not here. And, you know, we'll never get him. Although Kenrick liked something that I posted, so that was nice.
Kenrick liked you?
He liked something I posted.
Oh, I thought you were saying he likes you.
No, just something I posted. I don't know.
Well, folks, the Spoilerverse is an amazing place where you can get all sorts of great programs like Spoiler Country.
And the Spoilerverse.
And if you follow the Spoiler Country feed, you can find all sorts of great shows, but not ours.
You can find Nerds from the Crypt.
No, that's not in the Spoiler Country feed either.
It's not? What about Narrative Gunslingers?
No.
What about I'm trying to think of like.
But if you go to scpod.net,
yes,
you can actually find all those great shows. They just have their own feeds.
Oh, that's how it works now.
Yes. See, we all have our own magical feeds, like Funny Book Forensics has its own feed, but we're not part of the big feed. And someday, this is what I aspire to. I aspire to be such an important podcast that we become part of both our own feed and the main feed.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
If we could go from 1 to 2 listeners, we too can be part of Spoiler Country, maybe.
Okay, so
maybe
listener
if John comes on,
gives us the juice.
Yes, we can triple our audience from 1 to 3.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. If we got from 1 to 3, the chances are we might get to 4 to 5. And after that, possibilities are endless, Dan. Possibilities are endless.
Possibilities are genuinely endless. Like there is no world where we wouldn't be able to continue doing great things.
If we got to 10 listeners, that would be something.
Well, the important thing to remember is sometimes you'll never get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might get what you need.
Yeah. That's true. This is true.
That's interesting.
If you just hold on Ruby Tuesday,
you can make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
Well,
and
anyway,
also they have a great special.
No, there's nothing good about that place. No, it didn't even start. No, I don't want to talk about my flair.
Okay.
So moving forward.
Yes. Crit.
We've got crit number 2.
Oh, yes.
And we left off in the first issue, and pretty much the whole team, with the exception of Reach, who we don't know where Reach was. Reach seemed to be chilling out back in the background somewhere.
Yeah, he's doing something. Everybody got just worked over with a bag of pennies.
Yeah, it was not so good. They fought the Legion.
Yeah, the Legion.
But not that Legion.
No.
Based on their status as fighters, if they had fought the Legion, the result might have been the same.
Yeah, probably, definitely. 100%.
It'd be the Legion of Superheroes for folks that are following along at home.
Yes.
But the Legion of Superheroes doesn't kill people.
No, they don't.
And apparently, either does Sanguine and his gang, the Legion, because everybody made it out alive.
Yes. They just got worked over real good, like.
But we could just say maybe Caliber was down to like a hit point.
Oh, man. Yeah, Caliber was not looking good at the end of the book. He
might have been doing some saving throws.
Yeah, something for sure.
What, you don't know how D&D works?
No, I know how D&D works. I played a one-off campaign last weekend.
No, you played a one-off campaign of Junior Braves.
Yeah, it's
the apocalypse.
The apocalypse. It's a role-playing game.
The apocalypse.
Yes. It's a role-playing.
Mess up the title of your own book.
It's quite all right. I do it all the time. But I'm no stranger to role-playing games nor D&D.
Well, that's a one-off kind of thing then. Well, either are the authors of this book. So this book was illustrated by Christopher Michael, lettered by Christopher Michael, written by Christopher Michael, Austin Ferguson, Brad Haynes, Obie, Dancey, and Terreyl Wilkins, edited by Brad Haynes and Terreyl Wilkins, lettered by Christopher Michael, and the cover was by Mo Lubisan and Cristiano Cruz, and colors by Cristiano Cruz. Okay, we get all that?
Yes.
And this is crit number 2 by Homebrewed Comics at homebrewedcomics.com. Your source for Homebrewed Comics. Well, we are in, and we've got Maxwell Lord looking very unhappy.
Yeah. On the cover again.
I believe I said I wouldn't call him Maxwell Lord anymore.
I think you alluded to that, but it's kind of hard. It's hard to not call him that when he appears to be so Maxwell Lord.
Well, that's fine. He's reading the newspaper. And if I had one criticism opening issue 2, it was this. Who reads the newspaper?
I read the newspaper.
You do not. You do not sit in your chair.
I get the newspaper once a week and read it with my grandma.
Okay. And for the listeners, how old is your grandma?
She's 90 years old.
Okay. I can totally see grandma reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
At 90 years old.
Yeah.
This guy does not look 90.
He might not be 90 in his age, but he's 90 in his heart.
Apparently so. I would just think you would have like a news feed set up with like Legion as in the news feed, and then like just articles being funneled to him. He doesn't seem like a good like tycoon.
You know, we got to keep the print alive, right?
Yeah. Well, we start the story papers. And he's talking to Richter, not that Richter, but the Richter in Crit. Yeah.
Yes.
And the Richter is justifying what happened, and it's
my goodness,
not
Dan.
Good. I'm all over the place today. Want to get high? Yeah. So.
Oh no, not another podcast like this.
I am not high, by the way.
No, but I did one for a different show, and my guest was. So
yeah, you were totally telling me about that.
Yeah, totally fine. Totally fine.
Well, as long as we're talking about high, let's talk about the recovery of some of these folks here.
Yeah, because they had to. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were getting them powers up.
Yeah, they were definitely high on something. Well, anyway, we get Boulder through half a page of the next page here, and he's very frustrated. He needs to be stronger. I won't let them get me again. So it takes a very Boulder approach, bold, if I might say, approach to healing.
One arm push-ups.
Yep. And then we get Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
And Spectre is
popping bottles.
Got a bottle of liquor, but it's not for him. It's for that cat that started following them around.
Yeah. Because everybody needs a cat that drinks.
I kind of love this. Yeah.
I mean, too.
Might be cheaper than cat food.
Right? Just give that cat some booze.
Depending on what kind of quality of booze he drinks. Based on that mask, I don't know if it's super high quality.
Is it a mask though, or is it just his markings? Huh?
I feel like it's a mask. It sort of looks masky.
Know.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out. That's half the fun of having familiar in the story. So
yes, I love his little bow tie.
I do like his bow tie
and his top hat.
Well, they get back into their conversation about the team, and we find out, hey, Weller, Boulder, Inspector, are they ready to go? And they want to know, but Caliber, he's not so ready, perhaps, but he's out of his uniform and he's still shooting 5 right in the middle of the target. Or is that 6? That's 6, I count. There's 2 dead center there. Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. He's got a good eye.
He'll be ready for the next mission. So, okay, well, we're ready. So we've got our magic user and our tank and our archer ready to go. So we're on, and we're back. So we advance 1 week, and everybody's back at the lab. The headquarters,
the lab. It's all the same, I think.
It's all kind of the same.
Yeah. And
they're getting ready for their mission, and they're chatting along.
Yeah, it looks like Caliber's getting some new gear.
Well, he needed some after the last issue.
Oh, yeah, his gear got busted.
It was not. He got busted, I believe.
Yeah, he got busted.
I believe last time I remember, he was being held like by a foot and being banged against things. That's not exactly how it was drawn, but that's how I remember it.
Yeah, I mean, in your mind's eye, when you start to see things as they come together, our imagination sometimes pulls some great images. And yes, that was definitely what I saw too. He was worked.
It was not real good. Well, we have everybody together, and we've got an appearance from none other than Reach.
Hey, there he is.
He's back, and he fixed up the suit for Caliber.
Mm-hmm.
He improved his optics, so you could say he leveled up.
Yeah.
There we go. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Okay. And we still got Boulder asking for a helicarrier.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, man.
I feel like he's in the wrong universe.
Yeah, right. They have the means to have some things, but not that.
And Boulder got some new boots. He got some boots of speed.
Boots of speed.
Known as Boulder Dash boots.
Huh. Yes.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. They're lightweight, they're durable, and they should have a little speed advantage now. See? I was right. Boots of speed.
Boots of speed.
Saw it coming. So we got boots of speed. We've got enhanced night vision.
Because they're boots of speed.
Yeah, we got enhanced night vision. I'm pretty stoked here. And now Caliber and Boulder are hanging out being buds, like you do at the start of the campaign.
Yeah.
And they shake hands and pose. And Caliber's like, I was born ready. We're ready to go.
Yes, that's a very nice 80s Predator feel.
Or every D&D game I'm in.
Yes. Oh, do you do that in all your D&D games?
Well, I imagine the characters do. I don't know that I physically do that across the table. I mean, that would endanger like all the snacks and pretzels and drinks.
It's true.
And then potentially the dice, and I would probably knock over a map or something. I'm pretty clumsy.
And tables are usually large for holding all these things. So yeah. And papers and yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know that I kind of feel like I like how the writing is actually, because it does kind of resemble a campaign. I realize some people get really into campaigns, but I feel like the story sort of runs like one too, in the sense that like,
for sure.
Yeah, they get excited, but like, I don't know that I'm playing D&D and I like when we beat something hard, I don't like necessarily jump off the table or go crazy or anything. I'm just like, yeah, we won.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, I guess I need a better feel for it. I do. I need a better feel for it. I do. Like if I beat you in like something silly like Settlers or something, I would jump off the table and make fun of you.
Oh no. Or
I guess in these team events, I don't get as competitive.
You don't get as competitive like you do in like a game of life or Monopoly.
Or anything that's a game where it involves me winning. Yeah, but when it's cooperative, I'm all chill and relaxed.
Yeah, it's cool. We did it. Huzzah. High fives.
Yay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of what's happening here. So we get Caliber and Boulder heading out to their next mission. And it's what, Caliber's driving? Is that what's up here?
Yeah, apparently so. Caliber's driving.
And the Spectre has appeared and he's hanging out in the back.
No seatbelts for anybody. They don't need him.
Yeah. So
the van looks a little jokes. More beefed up.
Yeah, it got an upgrade too. It looks like. Oh, hey, and look who's there in the passenger seat.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
So the whole crew's here. The whole gang's here.
Nice.
Reaching out. Touching hands.
That's
touching
so sweet.
You. Yeah. That's a sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Caroline.
Yeah, but they're in New Orleans.
Okay.
So now we've moved on to getting the mission moving here, and we're ready to go. You want to tell the audience what they're doing in this mission here?
Oh, what they're doing in this mission? They're going to. Apparently it looks like they're gonna go stop like a truck jacking, right? Like a hijacking of
truck
a truck.
Jacking, a hijacking, a truck jacking. Yeah, I mean that's big, and if you live in the Pacific Northwest, that's just every day on I-5 these days. So
seems like it.
It doesn't just seem like it. I read it in the newspaper on the computer.
On the computer, I saw the police blotter in the newspaper that I bought because I like paper.
Well, paper. Now we're getting moving, and Spectre's got a big energy drink, probably because he's been all up all night drinking with the cat.
Yep, he needs it.
And
the cat's there too.
Oh, outstanding! Yep, and the cat's front and center. Are you sure that's markings or is that a mask?
I don't know. Could be markings. Could be a mask. We'll find out.
And the cat's talking to him, or telepathically speaking to him again. Pay them no mind. Their connection is weak. You're ethereal.
You are ethereal bound.
Ethereal bound.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's magic.
I know what words are.
Yeah, words. They taste like peaches.
Yeah. So, and then he starts talking to the cat out loud, and then Boulder's making fun of him.
Mm-hmm. Because why are you talking to cats? Cats can't talk.
Admittedly, in certain campaigns, I've been made fun of. I think I said last time, I'm my current campaign, I'm walking around with a giant bullywog next to me.
Yeah. Are you talking to it?
Awesome. Well, I can talk to it.
Okay.
But it speaks bullywog.
Oh.
So no one else can talk to him.
But you can.
But he's not imaginary. He's there. I promise.
He's there. Okay.
Besides, it's an imaginary game that you play with other people, but he's real.
Right.
He's as real as the cat is.
I know, it's true.
And he's pretty intimidating. People get really scared when you walk up with a giant bullywog.
Oh, I bet.
It's kind of terrifying.
No doubt.
I don't know what is going on outside.
Where, at your place or my place? My place, there's kids riding motorcycles all over the place.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
Makes for good background.
I know, it's great. Well, it works for what we're doing right now, which they're on a highway getting ready to make sure this truck doesn't get hijacked.
Zoom, zoomies. Okay, so, well, the cat is still straightening the Spectre out. Yep. Said, your thoughts I can read, so no need to speak. This is one of my many powers, as I am a... Do you know that word? Because I don't.
I am a...
Gede. Do I need to look this up?
I am a Getty? Getty? I'm a Getty?
I know, you're the one that's into mythology, not me.
I don't know. What's a Getty? Hold on. I'm going to look it up. What's a Getty? I should yell into the phone. Tell me what a Getty is. It'll tell me.
Ooh, I like this part. This one. There's an Alex Getty.
It's a family of the Loa that embody the powers of death and fertility. Getty spirits include... So they have different spellings, but it's in how you want to spell. There's different ways, but it's a Haitian Creole. Comes from Haitian Creole backgrounds.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And if you're still listening to us, oh, go ahead. I was going to
say, and the colorings of the Getty are black and purple, which Semedi's coloring is black and purple, and also they do a face painting or mask wearing that resembles the coloring that we see on his face or the mask.
Oh, well, see, look at that. You're a researcher.
Now we know.
Well, we're on, and we're driving down the road, and here comes a car to block them.
Oh, snap.
By the truck. Uh-oh. Or is that their car? I'm so confused.
No, I think they're in a van, so that's a car that's getting ready to take them on. But you know what though is like you got Boulder and I want to call him Deadshot. Caliber. They're in the van.
Not Excalibur though.
Excalibur. Because the other no. Boulder's not in the van. Boulder and Spectre.
Boulder's in the truck. And
in the truck. They're in the truck awaiting the hijacking. Yeah. So they're like decoy people.
And then Spectre reveals that he left his knives in the van, the thing he focuses his power on.
No.
So we've got the truck, we've got the hijackers, and somewhere else in a van are Caliber and Reach, correct?
Yes, Reach.
So Boulder and Spectre are about to get in a firefight here.
Do you see the cereal that they got in the truck, though?
Yes.
Tricks and O's.
I was just waiting for you to find it.
That, I know. I saw it earlier, and it didn't register until now. That is good writing. I love it. That's the kind of stuff that I would put into, like, if I was playing game 2, I would definitely, like, this is definitely, that's good stuff. And it also makes for a good cereal. It's a balanced breakfast.
And Spectre's all worried about his knives, and the cat says, I've told you before, you can infuse your knives and so much more. Just channel your energy like you have never done before. See, I'm good at poetry.
Mm-hmm. You are good.
Said no one ever. So there we go. Oh, we're about to have a fight. And
a fight,
I think,
is upon the page. Oh my God.
Okay.
Dude, it is like, it's stacking up. There's cars, there's motorcycles, there's dudes jumping out of vans and stuff like that. It's going to get ugly.
But there is no fight because they just get out. Or they're just, well, no, there's about to be a fight. Yeah. They bust open the doors of the big rig and trailer, and there they go. They're on it.
It is an unbroken. I don't even know. How do you want to do his voice?
Who? Boulder? Unbroken crush.
Ethereal strike. and he throws the Trixanos at the dude's face.
That's fantastic. You know, it'd be better if he'd opened the Trixanos and threw one piece at a time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and just like peppered him with them. Just brah.
I think a level 3 Spectre would have done that, but a level 2 Spectre, he's throwing the box.
Yeah, he's just like, boom, take that. But I mean, it does the job.
It does do the job. Trixanos right to the head.
Crack. Done.
And Boulder is being Boulder.
Wrecking these dudes.
Yeah. And they finish up, and then the backup comes in a car, and there are guns. And this time, he channels his energy into the car, it looks like. Spectre. That would be the he. Yeah. And is a true magic user all of a sudden. That was cool.
Oh, he's got some help from Semedi, so, you know.
He does have help. Semedi told him to do it. And then we have a commercial break. From Technetic, people making technology work. We are interrupting this regular scheduled program to bring you this important message from our sponsor. You can do Boulder?
Be the hero you've never heard of, but you'll never forget. Boulder dashes. Man, this suit is tight. How does the real Boulder wear this thing?
Oh, it's not the real Boulder. That's fantastic.
And then at the bottom,
Boulder likeness. Oh wait, hang on. Boulder likeness used with permission.
I have to admit though, like, these Boulder dashes look pretty sweet. If I was in the market for a pair of like shoes, I would probably want to find a pair. You know, add to my shoe
Patrick
collection.
Mahomes get those before he got his insurance?
Maybe.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
That's what I thought. So back to our regular scheduled programming.
Maybe.
So back to our regular scheduled programming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure our target audience is really into football commercials. So
yeah.
You know, it's fascinating. I'm on the website right now. scpod.net. If we want to take a brief commercial interlude.
Okay.
And for some reason, I scrolled down the page.
Okay.
And this is from 2020, but there's something called a deeper memeing. I assume that's a blog on our own site, which I've never read this blog before, but it says deeper memeing, Pickle Rick. And now I'm very curious as to one, why we thought that was a good idea, but two, I want to read this, but I'm not going to read it right now because we're focused on crit.
Yes, we're focused on crit, but deeper meaning or deeper memeing
by
Pickle
Eli
Rick.
Scarata. Pickle Rick, yeah.
Pickle Rick.
On spoilerverse.com.
Hey, I mean, what year was this?
April 16th, 2020.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was relevant. You will read it later. Oh my gosh, but we're back and they are...
You know, by the way, if you type in spoilerverse.com, you can also get to scpod.net. You don't have to just know the magic code.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Back. Focused. I'm focused on this.
Oh, no. Yes, we've got Reach and what?
Whose name are you forgotten now?
Caliber.
Excalibur. Just remember, he uses guns. So take off the X.
Yes.
And he's just Caliber. But if he was Excalibur, he'd have a sword.
Yes. Well, his guns are his sword.
So Caliber is an archer and Excalibur is a tank.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. But he's not an archer because he uses guns.
Yes.
Because we don't need any more archers.
Archer uses guns.
Archer does use guns. So does that mean we're into the danger zone?
We are in the danger zone. Not this issue, though.
Are you sure? Because they're about to fire. Oh, the van has gotten some upgrades. Good God, they have a chain gun on top of that thing.
Oh my gosh, I know. When that thing pops up, I'm sitting there thinking, like, holy crap, this is like the Punisher van.
Yeah, I mean
the Toy Biz toy line Punisher van that had the guns that popped up out of the top. And
well, that guy on the motorcycle is not long for this world, is he?
No, he is not. Whoops. Sorry.
I thought we were giving Caliber things he actually had to really shoot. I mean, you don't even have to aim this.
No, it just... Yeah. I do like that. Now Caliber wants to know if they have insurance for this thing.
Yeah. And Reach, of course, tells them they don't have superhero insurance policies because Reach is about as funny as me.
But why aren't there superhero insurance policies?
I don't know, but they're about to crash head T-bone. They're about to T-bone a car. That's great. And Reach is super happy.
I know, because he's not liking this plan. But
and then he asks if he really had to back up and hit them again and again and again, which Caliber's like, yes.
Yes. I mean...
Apparently they're very safe in that cab. Reach must have done a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah, it's probably super structurally reinforced and stuff like that. And I'm assuming that that Caliber probably rolled a 20 on this and just went full damage.
Well, Caliber is saying at the bottom of the page, yes, of course we need to back up and hit them again at the top and again and again. And he says, and I don't even roll initiative. He's already won. See?
Yes.
And the bad guy's like, this guy's insane. I give up.
He looks oddly familiar, just a different color.
Yeah. Well, he does. And he kind of looks like Caliber's uniform in the first issue 0. Sorry.
Right.
Which you didn't read, but that's okay because you can go back.
I can't.
He had a green uniform and it was interesting. So now we have like a green Caliber and red Caliber. You got that?
Yes. Oh,
and this forced Reach to actually get out of the van and actually be near a fight. So
yeah,
I don't know. His helmet really bugs me, by the way.
Oh yeah, it reminds me of something from like 80s Mask, which it's not. I mean, it's not necessarily bad, but it's not necessarily good.
It's not good. Mask was not a good. So as long as we're on C.R.I.T. What does M.A.S.K stand for?
You know, I just watched an episode the other day and they do it all in the title and I can't remember for the life of me.
Well, let's find out. So,
okay.
Well, they fight Venom.
Yes.
Which is even better. The vicious evil network of mayhem. So bad. And they are the Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Okay.
With a K.
Of course.
Right.
Why
didn't they just go with the C?
Because it would have been mask.
Right. But that would be better than spelling it like the Ku Klux Klan way.
Well, maybe they didn't think of that back then.
They clearly didn't think of that. Wow.
They weren't at that point, at that stage.
Or they did.
Oh, Lord, I hope not. It wasn't
Kenner
the toy line I played
them.
with, so.
Kenner invented the toys.
Okay.
But
Anyways.
it's owned by Hasbro now. Well, that's fascinating.
We still have more pages to get through.
Sorry. I'm back on C.R.I.T instead of M.A.S.K.
We're at the impasse between red and green here. All right, off-brand.
He says, Green says, I don't know, but he paid a lot of money and he wore a black suit and had a mustache and a cane.
I just like the fact that
his name.
That Caliber calls him off-brand.
Well, I like it. I mean, it's, he is kind of off-brand.
Oh yeah, he's off-brand him for sure.
There's so many jokes around comics about this stuff, though. I think my favorite was when Harley Quinn fought the Red Tool, which was fantastic.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So it was good stuff. Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti are fantastic. So anyway, now, hey, Reach is doing something. Hold up.
He's hacking a phone.
That's cool. Reach did something in the story besides complain.
Mm-hmm.
It's all I thought he did.
Yeah, he's the curmudgeon that hangs out.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me, I don't know, in a way, he sort of reminds me of like Gizmo from the new Teen Titans. The villain.
Okay.
Who can just sort of create anything. But he's not murdering people with his creations or having guns pop out of him. So maybe he's not level 5 yet. I don't know.
He's not level 5 yet.
Well, now we've got Boulder's upset.
Boulder is upset. He's like, how could you how could you want to talk to this guy? He's trying to give him a Don Corleone deal.
Right. And he shot at him 5 times. It's like the whole last issue, they were fighting about Caliber shooting people, and now he's just going to let this guy walk.
Yeah.
I will say I did have one criticism on the text.
Yeah.
And Spectre's text on this page is really hard to read.
Yeah. I Spectre's text and also Semedi's text.
Yeah.
I think Semedi's
is a little bit easier, the dark purple. But that hot pink on white,
yeah,
it was rough.
I think that was kind of like your comment before was like the text issues with Semedi before, but then I saw it in this with Spectre as well, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think I do. Well, maybe it's just Semedi's easier to read because it's so hard to read.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's a really cool effect, but it is also I'm looking at it on like a 24-inch monitor and I'm still like squinting, so that's telling.
And then I'm sort of glad I didn't read it the first time anyway, because I don't really like what he has to say. So
yeah,
there
you go. Deal or no deal.
Well, they get their tip from the Green Man.
Yeah.
What would he be? If that's Caliber, would he be like, I don't know, what's another term for gun barrel size?
Maybe he's just like hollow point, or he's like extra clip.
BB.
He's BB. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or pellet. Well, we flash forward a few hours later. We've got Semedi leading the way, apparently, with Boulder and Caliber.
Yeah. He's hanging out on the shoulder.
Like he does.
Yeah.
And they get in, and there's 2 bodyguards, and Caliber's like, follow my lead. So they're going to go talk to these bodyguards in suits in their superhero outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks this will work. Gentlemen, do you have a moment to talk to me about our Lord and Savior? Because that seems like it'll work. And then they just start punching. So
yeah,
there we go. I'm not sure why the folks in the bodyguards are not really good bodyguards, since they just let the superheroes walk in and punch them.
Well, I mean, that's how the story is set up.
They're NPCs.
They're NPCs.
Their whole job is just stand there. They're They're like 1990s NPCs, right? Like, no matter what you do around them, they just stand there. And they're like, yo, I'm here. This is fun.
But then they walk into this
last
room.
Page. I like it. We get a question type board here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tracking down who is Crit. and
all the
Sign of the
newspaper.
Magi. What's here? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Made by Technetic. I love this. I love stuff like this. New suits.
Question marks.
I just love this stuff. I absolutely.
Because it makes you really well. Yeah, question marks as to the like powers. Who's the Getty? The question. Who's the leader? Are they vigilantes? What are they here
Boulder,
for?
Clearly, we have the right office and caliber. Yeah, but now we have to go figure out who owns this place. Mm-hmm. And that is the end of issue 2. Do you want to comment, or do you want to bounce to issue 3?
Oh man, I say let's take a minute to comment, and then we'll jump into issue 3 if that's fine.
What did you think of issue 2?
I liked the pacing. I thought it was good. I thought it picked up really nicely where the last story left off. Because when we left off in the last story, everybody was beat up pretty good and stuff like that. But then this one picks up, and they're healing and stuff, and it kind of jumps into the stuff, and I kind of like it. I also like that we get a little bit of hey, this is what's going on with Semedi, this is what's going on with Spectre, because they are definitely like a pair now, and it's nice to see everyone has a kind of like a partner in crime, if you will, or a partner in crime fighting. Yeah.
Except
for Reach.
Except for
Reach. He's out of reach. He's out of touch.
Well, he hung out with Caliber for a while. That was fun, I guess. Yeah. It was a different. They split him up, and you know what happens when you split up on a mission.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I like the spirit of. I mean, Christopher Michael was super upfront with what he was doing with the story, or what they were doing with the story, like the whole idea of it being sort of a superhero role-playing type story. I thought this was the issue where you go out on the adventure and not a lot happens, but you sort of get to know each other, leading up to a big fight that's going to happen soon.
Yeah. They get that pal around stuff. I definitely like the dialogue was fun and everything. I like the changes in the suits and stuff like that. Colors are popping. So all good stuff.
And we're finding out about Semedi.
Oh, yes.
Cool. Friend. So we get to issue 3. It says previously on C.R.I.T with no periods. C.R.I.T with periods successfully stopped the thieves who had been stealing Technetic shipments of prototype military weapons after integrating. I can read, I promise. Interrogating the leader of the group. Boulder and Caliber were led to a mysterious apartment. So the green guy was the leader of the group. We joined the team as they describe what they followed to Richter. Okay, so we're back. Mm-hmm. And we've got Christopher Michael again with Austin Ferguson, Brad Haynes, Obie, Dancey, and Terreyl Wilkins, lettered and illustrated by, as well, Christopher Michael, cover by Lubisan and Cruz again, colors by Cristiano, Cruz, and edited by Haynes and Wilkins once again. So here we are. Here we go. And we're back. And this looks interesting.
I know. Oh my gosh. This is rough.
So Spectre's looking pretty beat up here as he's recounting what happened.
He's looking like he's got his head crushed.
Yeah, everything was going great. We were like being super sneaky and stuff until we rounded this corner, and there was a dog. And Semedi does not look happy.
I like some of the dialogue, like some of the other dialogue is quite humorous too. Yeah, it's definitely
square off. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, which part?
Just, the whole entire thing just reminds me of like the type of conversation that would be happening from. It is kind of nice to see Reach, as he's been kind of an absent character.
Yeah.
In the first book, kind of, and in the second book a little bit, but this one it's like he's front and center, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened." And then goes off on a bunch of stuff, and it's just like, oh my gosh,
this is Samurai Jack, a zombie, robots. It was all there.
Yeah, just like that's the kind of conversation that happens sometimes when you're playing a game. It just goes off the rails.
And these conversations happen too, because like Richter, hey, wait, what the hell is Samurai Jack? Which happens to me all the time when I reference pop culture. So,
and then somebody's got to get on the internet and pull up the information for you,
or you just got to explain it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Reach front and center again, and they're back telling the story, and Spectre's arm's looking amazingly healthy.
Yeah.
Bit by that giant dog.
I know.
Well, Reach continues to kind of explain, talking about once they got inside, they decided to split up. Big mistake. Spectre and I went one way, and Boulder and Caliber. Now, why would that be a bad decision?
Well, I mean, obviously, you split your team up, you split your resources and your abilities. So,
and they sent the tanks on the same team.
Yeah. That's not good.
They put their freaking, like, I don't even know what his equivalent would be, Reaches, but they put their sorcerer on the team with like their techno sorcerer. Yeah, their two sorcerers are on the same team, and their two tanks are on the same team. It's not so good. Well,
yeah, it definitely doesn't. It doesn't bode well for the two. One guy who's just getting his power set kind of dialed in, and figuring things out, and another one whose power set is if I can hack it, if I could touch a computer, I can talk to it or a door or whatever. But
yeah, and I can see why you were confused with me, because I had a page ghost too, because I think I've got the Spectre's page in the right order now, and somehow I also had it at the start. So
gotcha.
Where they meet up with the dog, and the guy hands him the dog in the yellow suit.
Yeah.
But mine was showing first, so that's weird. Well, it happens.
Okay.
So could be the reader I'm reading it on. And so anyway, they fight a magic teleporting dog that glows, and a guy in a big yellow costume that looks kind of like Caliber.
Yeah.
He would be Yellow Caliber.
Yellowber?
Oh, no. He's the reverse Caliber.
Reverse Caliber. Okay.
Right. Like the reverse Flash is like yellow and red. Yeah. He's the reverse Caliber.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. He just reversed the costume. So we're going to give him an amazing Silver Age name, like Reverse Caliber.
Reverse Caliber. There you go.
Like Reverse Flash.
Yeah, I get it. I'm following.
I mean, Zoom used to be really lame. And then they made him all powerful and stuff.
Oh, powerful.
Well, now, so after I blasted his master, I guess the Captain Blinky wasn't badass enough to try to take me on. So he named the dog Captain Blinky. Is that what his collar says too?
Yeah, I think so. It might say, I can't read it.
Captain Blinky. That's fantastic.
Oh, that is good.
I love the fine points in this book.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're like you're saying.
Yeah, they're like there's little nuggets of funny
everywhere.
Well,
we keep moving on the story, and now we got a kickback conversation with Boulder and Caliber, and now we get to find out what they were up to.
Yeah, they were just hanging out, talking.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they do, and then they beat things up. So
yeah, beat them up and shoot them up.
Boulder boldly punches through a door where no one has gone before, and they're talking, and Caliber's like, come on now, I think we both know that's not even how it happened. Boulder made a forced entry into the room, taking point, and I advanced tactically from the rear to support him. And Spectre's like, yeah, dude, there's no way. We all know Boulder rushed in there like a bull in a china shop, and you were probably chucking grenades at anything that moves.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reach is like, or this could just be an elaborate cover for them making out in a closet or something, which seems highly unnecessary.
Or, I mean, maybe
he's just an asshole.
Maybe there's a relationship that we don't know about that hasn't been discovered yet.
You are always assuming the best, and I'm always assuming the worst when it comes to this stuff. So I appreciate your naivety.
I think quite possibly they could make a real power couple.
Well, we'll find out. I just hate the lazy dialogue of they should get a room was that last issue, and then this here. Yeah, not a fan of that dialogue. I'll just say that.
Understandable. But it would. I would be. If all of a sudden we find out that like they're literally suits off a couple, that would like
I don't know if it makes the dialogue right, but it would be cool. Maybe they're developing their relationship through the game. Yeah. I mean, the story.
Exactly.
Or well, both. Anyway, they go in and they're fighting a guy with a big mom tattoo and a purple coat and a yellow shirt. And Boulder takes out the one dude with the purple coat. And mom tattoo doesn't last long. Mom's not going to be too happy. Mm-mm. Maybe we're setting up for mom's revenge here in the future.
Could be.
As you probably already guessed it, Caliber's guy didn't make it. No. Old double tap over here gave him 2 rounds straight to the chest. So that's it. So now we're back off to Richter. While I appreciate all the detailed exposition, gentlemen, very campaign-like.
Yes.
What I really want to discuss is the lab complex you listed in this report. And I can just see like my DM just being super frustrated by all the banter and questions I have during the game, because this is very real to life. If Richter's representing the DM here, then I feel bad for Richter, because I ask a lot of questions, you might imagine.
I would never had guessed.
Like, if I use my power this way and then do this and then do this and then do this, how do you want me to do this? Mm-hmm. Yeah, people love that in the middle of the gaming. Maybe that's why I never get invited back.
I never get invited back. Oh no! I was going to say I never get invited back because like I'm jumping up on tables. I'm getting super excited. I'm yelling at people and throwing dice. Is that not how you play the game?
Generally, I don't think you're supposed to hit the other people with dice.
Oh no, I don't. I just throw them. I throw them around like Yahtzee.
Well.
You're like, what the heck?
I'm now broken. So, wow, anyway, Spectre is like telling the DM, I mean, Richter, not to get impatient. Mm-hmm. And they want to tell them about all sorts of crazy stuff. The whole place was abandoned when they got there and no signs of what used to be in them. And we split up again to cover more ground. Why do they keep splitting up?
They keep making bad decisions as if they hadn't learned from before. But it happens. I mean, it always happens. You think you're going to cover more ground or you're going to find something with searches and checks, and it always turns up.
I just wish they'd put one tank with one magic user. It would be so much better.
But alas, they don't.
Well, anyway, so they get in there and Semedi, the Spectre, and Reach find these people in weird chambers, which is always good.
Yes, always good.
And Reach says, well, my discovery was much less macabre. In fact, you might even call it illuminating. So it was just Semedi and Spectre find that. Reach finds a computer system with a bunch of information and intel. Conveniently, Reach finds that. Mm-hmm. So he got sort of distracted, it looks like.
Robotic arm.
And says hey, he can make a robot. So his Saturday nights got much more interesting. And Richter, like all of us, is like, forget I asked.
Yeah.
And then Boulder found a helmet with a spinal cord on it. So he found the Borg Queen.
Oh, man. Crazy wild.
In one room. And then in another room, we get Caliber, and he finds some scribbled plans on a whiteboard and a collection of weird plushies. Oh, and some half-eaten Chinese food.
Yep.
So clearly, of the rooms that we went into, it looks like Reach got 1,000 gold pieces. Spectre got a curse put on him with weird bodies.
Yes.
Boulder just went in a room and found a bunch of weird stuff, but nothing of value. And of course, Caliber, in classic fashion, finds really nothing of value. Like Caliber probably looked in every corner. He's like, there's got to be a key here somewhere or something, and he finds nothing. That's what happens when I go into a room.
I mean, Caliber ate the Chinese food, so he got a full belly.
That's fair.
Who knew some cool plushies?
Yeah. So he says, Caliber, you really have that big of an issue with elevators. He says, seriously, like, Richter, would you jump on a ride to nowhere?
Yeah. Who's a good kitty? Who's a good kitty?
Yeah.
I love the fact that Spectre's just like, I'm playing with a cat.
And we get to the next page, and Spectre is very excited about telling the story to you. Have you ever got a heroic thirst? We got another advertisement. Out the one energy drink that will take you from zero to hero. Spectre's After Death, available in 2 adrenaline flavors. You know, I read that all wrong. Have you ever got a heroic thirst? No, that's you. That's you being Macho Man. Hang on. Sunday. There we go. Have you ever got a heroic thirst that you can check out the energy drink that will take you from zero to hero? That's right, Spectre's After Death. Available in 2 adrenaline flavors. Habanero Blast and a Colt Fruit Punch, coming soon to a retailer near you. But not like the one of those big box stores. I only support small businesses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, we went up the elevator anyway. And what gave birth to an exceptional being? I have no idea. Your defeat is imminent, and your bodies unlock the secrets I long for. This is not good.
No, not good.
There's a guy talking from a computer.
Yeah.
Like a mech. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Warhammer 30K or 40K, like a priest or something like that.
Wow, okay. See, I just went to mechs because...
Well, I mean, you give me a tough time about playing games and stuff like that, and then I pull out the Warhammer 40K.
And I know nothing about Warhammer, except my former coworker, James, used to get Warhammer figures and paint them, which I always thought was very cool. And we talked to you at one point about 3D printing some stuff for him. And we went to Germany, and he had, I found comic shops in Munich. He found the Warhammer stuff in the comic shop and was very excited and brought some cool stuff back. So
that is cool.
That's my exposure to Warhammer. So I know people get really into it. So I didn't want to judge or make fun. I know nothing about it. So, but Sanguine, Zaka, and Dark Vengeance are their enemies. Man. It looks like, in addition to the welcome over guests to their doom. Yeah. Yes. The giant green talking thing that says 6D6 on it. And of course, Caliber's like, called it. He's never going to let us live this down after they went up the elevator. So he says some respectable villain monologue, and he finds out that they're the masters of mayhem.
Oh,
mayhem. Wait, that's different than Venom, vicious evil network of mayhem, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that they're not fighting the masked villains.
Yes.
The masters of mayhem, not the vicious evil network of mayhem, which is fundamentally different.
Wait, the Masters of Mayhem? So, like, from the insurance commercial?
That's fair. You know, that guy, what is his name? That guy has made a career, like, long after his TV appearances were done.
Yeah. Well,
he's still on the radio doing those voiceovers.
The best part, though, I don't know if you've ever watched John Wick, but he's a character. He plays a character in the first movie. And the whole time, I'm just like, oh, my God. And by the end of the movie, something happens and I'm like, mayhem.
Is John Wick the one where they kill his dog?
What? Yes. My grandma did not like that part.
I don't like that part. I think I stopped watching.
It gets better.
That's what I've heard. They made like 18 of them. So, I mean, they must get better, right?
Yes.
But once he gets revenge for his dog, right? Like, why would you need another movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen the next one. I just saw the first one, so I have no clue.
You shouldn't hurt people's dogs.
That's exactly it. That's true. And that's why he gets the revenge.
Oh, well, anyway, Boulder calls them M.O.M. or Mom for Masters of Mayhem.
That's why the guy had a mom tattoo.
That's a nice touch, actually. If they actually, you know what? I bet he did that on purpose, because there doesn't seem to be a lot in this book that's not thought about.
Yeah, that would totally make sense.
That's one thing here I appreciate about this book. This
is going to be a real Mother's Day.
Oh, wow. Surprise round, mother language. Yeah. Okay, so how did they get a surprise round without initiative after coming up an elevator? I'm going to have to question the DM's ruling there, but that's fine. I didn't write the book, so. And Reach is like, I'm going to touch that robot. He's like, siege, kill him, and target acquired. And it looks like when you look down, Reach is having a little bit of trouble fitting into his super suit.
Yeah, a little tight.
Yeah, it looks a little tight. But if he could just reach
the robot.
Yeah. So Reach is taking out the robot, and yep. Oh yes. We got Sanguine lining up with Spectre again, trying to take him out, but now he's got Semedi on his side.
And they can fight together.
Yeah. But he takes the energy again and punches Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre gets clocked in the face. His mask is broken.
His mask is broken. That's no good.
He's got that Doom look though. Like when the hood and the mask and everything. Kind of like.
I did like that splash page I was making fun of, by the way, where they said surprise round. That was pretty cool.
It was pretty sick, I have to say. Like, that is one of the things that I'm going to stop for a second. I definitely love about some of the artwork in this book is it's like they do things like that just like bam, you're like, oh my gosh, such a beautiful page, so fun, so much to look at going on. You're just like, wow. I got to take a minute to soak it in. So
I also think it expresses, like, when you're doing a D&D campaign or role playing and there hasn't been a lot of action, I feel like that shot also reflects the energy of the room when you finally get to the action. It's like, oh boy, we get to fight stuff now. Yay. Not that I would get like that.
Yes.
As you might guess. Well,
I would never.
You've never seen that before?
No, never.
Boulder squares off against the old Dark Vengeance here. And what bold moves do you think he'll take on?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, he says, but Boulder's a giver. Enjoy this fist. I love that. A real superhero should have principles, according to the bad guy.
Yes.
And, how many people have you saved? I'm saving everyone from your ego. And so they're fighting. Boulder may be down. Okay, Zaka's here. He's fighting a flaming, slinging zombie. Outstanding. That's what he's calling it. This is fun. I feel like they're misaligned here, but that's okay.
Yeah. That happens. Well, I mean, that's what makes it so interesting and fun. You can't have you could have Spectre fighting Zaka, right? Yeah. But it would just be a wizard fight.
Well, wizard fights can be cool.
They can be cool, but
you run out of like spells.
Yeah, and then you see they
just start hitting each other with their like wands and stuff.
Wizard wands. And then it's a wizard wand fight, and it's like
canes.
Yeah, and staffs and stuff.
Staffs, thank you. I'm like,
staffs, they're canes.
They're canes.
They're walking sticks.
they're limping wizards. They just
hitting each other with their pipes. I don't know. But they've got
underdeveloped leg muscles. So they need, well, because they're wizards and they focus on, or sorcerers or whatever. They focus on
floating around or being carried by a dragon or a magical.
A dragon?
Yeah, why not?
I don't think these guys are ready for a dragon.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Not even a baby dragon.
If they got one, they could train it, and then it would be a different story altogether. Point being,
it'd be a very different story.
I think it adds to this story by putting Caliber up against Zaka, who he's slinging fire at him. And he's an undead, and you've got a guy who is used to making people unalive with his gun.
Well, and he makes Zaka unalive again. So
what?
He thinks he does.
Oh man.
Yeah, he doesn't last long.
No,
he lasts one page.
Yeah, he kind of like just pummels him, and I do like the Mortal Kombat throwback.
Yeah,
because he does look very Mortal Kombat.
It does not go well. Well, yes. And then we've got the next. So Dark Vengeance is not having a good time either against Boulder. It's not going well. He gets one punch in, but so he lasts a page longer than Zaka.
Yeah.
That's good news. But yeah, he gets, those are some bold words, but too bad. I'm Boulder. And he gets him. Yep. Okay. Yes. And now Sanguine's back and he says, did you learn nothing? I'm a master of the Berserker Samurai Sumo technique, whatever that is.
I don't. That's a lot of things.
Your petty magic. I thought it was going to say pretty magic, but it's petty magic. I think either work will never be enough for me.
His pretty magic is fitting because it is very pretty.
And he says, "Fool," not him. It's a deep Semedi. Sorry. Yeah, fool. Listen to my words. You must use your flames. You want fire? I'll give you fire. Yes, give me all your power. What you seek may resist. Oh no, I'm having trouble reading this again. What you seek, you may resist. The pain you shall feel, you won't soon forget.
Agonizing blast.
Uh-oh. Now they all have catchphrases for all their moves.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And now
we're back at the first page in that first panel of this page.
Yep. And Reach has fallen into his trap.
Oh, man.
Apparently. No. How are you doing this? How are you shutting me down? What can I say? I got the bad touch. Not creepy at all.
No, we just cue some Bloodhound gang and,
wherever there's trouble.
Exactly. Okay. They got to go.
Well, he says, Dexter, how'd this happen, man? I feel for your loss, but this isn't any way to honor her memory. Dope suit, though. Fashion commentary can wait. We've got to go. And they are all headed away. And we get a new spell from Spectre.
Spectre gets a new spell, but did Reach just fly out of the room?
Yeah. That's why he's looking more like Gizmo every fight.
Shoo!
Oh, hey, Caliber. Want some help getting out of here? Oh, no, don't worry about it, guys. I'll be fine. Snicker. And then they jump out singing There Goes My Heroes. Okay, well, fantastic. And we get to the last page, and Richter is thoroughly frustrated. I think we can do without the soundtrack. And he's like, Caliber's like, please don't take this joy from me.
Yeah, he's sad.
And Richter's like, I never thought I'd miss Afghanistan. Well, and we've got Spectre finishing off his energy drink. So let's wrap this up. I feel like that's a theme.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
Yeah.
And the second that, besides Reach dipped out 20 minutes ago. And of course, Reach is gone. And Richter says, all right, I'll bring this brief to Shaw. Lord Shaw. Yeah.
Lord Shaw.
And I'm concerned about the mom, the Masters of Mayhem. And then we get down the page later at the Frap Shack under new management.
Mm.
So do you think they're on to you? And we get a comment. I don't think they saw through my cover. I may have played the part too well, though. I even ran like a coward after I set the robot to self-destruct. In the data, were you able to recover anything before the detonation? Of course, I even played dumb when Richter asked me about it. They probably think I'm trolling some dweebs on the internet right now. Uh-oh. Perfect. I can deliver this to 7. Hopefully, this is enough to get some support when the time is right. That's fine. Says Reach. Just make it clear that the team is not to come to any harm. Right. We've seen where this goes.
Oh, man.
And of course, he's wearing a Cowboy Bebop t-shirt. Of course. It's what any wannabe. I just lost our one listener.
Our one listener. They'd be like, oh, yeah. I have that shirt.
Well, next issue, Crick goes on a road trip to find info on Trask and his Masters of Mayhem. Will they find out what they're looking for or meet certain doom? Find out in Grit, Sticks and Bones in issue 4. But we're done. That's issue 3.
I don't know. I want to read this next issue.
Well, you still can read this next issue. And the good news about reading this next issue is to know that you could get very soon. You're going to be able to get all 4 of these issues and issue 5 on Kickstarter.
Oh, my goodness. That's awesome.
Would you do that for me?
Yeah.
Because it would be the only time I've ever been paid to do this podcast is if you bought these comics for me.
If I would buy them for you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess. See?
That's the kind of relationship we have. Or maybe we should both buy them.
I mean, maybe there's a level. Once they put their once we see the Kickstarter, it might be a cool level.
Well, not tier. To let you in on the trick of this podcast, thing, but when this podcast is released, the Kickstarter may already be up.
What? Goodness
gracious. I know
gracious.
It'll be magical. And if and when and things magically have happened that way, there's going to be a link to the Kickstarter in the show notes.
Get out. In the show notes?
Yeah, get out. Show notes. Like, it won't just say Greg and Dan wax eloquently about stuff for an hour. It'll say like crit number 2 and 3 and some show notes and some credits and maybe some links to where you can get these comics.
At the Homebrew Comics.
At the Homebrewed, yeah.
Yeah, homebrewedcomics.com. But also at their Kickstarter. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to cover number 4 and then also to jump on and back number 5.
Because I've already read number 4.
Well, okay, truth be known, I've also read number 4 too, but I need to read number 0.
Have you? Okay.
I need to read number 0.
We do need to read number 0. So maybe we go back and review number 0 and number 4 on the next episode of Funny Book Forensics.
Is this where I turn it off?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that was a definitive ending right there.